the Dallas Mavericks allegedly are interested in getting either Bojan Bogdanovic or Bogdan Bogdanovic. Bojan is supposedly untouchable. They don't want to trade Bojan to Detroit. They've literally said, like, you have to blow us away. And then you go over to Atlanta. Atlanta's a little, I mean, it's 18 million. The money you can get it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Davis Bertans and Frank Ntilikina and 2 first-round picks for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Because no, like the Hawks want value back for Bogdan. And when you look at this situation, the Dallas Mavericks, yes, high-ranking officials have said they want either Bojan or Bogdan, and this is a desperate and determined attempt to get help for Luka Doncic before he passes out from exhaustion and carrying the franchise. Vincent Goodwill of Yahoo Sports wrote, and I mean that's funny, but I mean there is a point there. There is a point because if you look at the Mavericks, and again, we'll entertain the Pistons one real quick. If they can give him a first round pick, what would the Pistons want? Okay. Like, again, it's not going to be Davis Bertans. As much as we'd like to move Davis Bertans, it's not going to be Christian Wood. This is where it gets difficult. You would hope that the deal that you would try to do is. And I don't think they trade Maxi Kleba. I mean, if you try to do Dorian Finney-Smith and Dwight Powell and a first round pick for Bojan Bogdanovic, I just think that's giving up too much. But does that work? I mean, no. Okay. I mean, yes. Actually, yes. Okay. It does work. My apology. It does work. So that's where you sit right here, and I think that's just giving up too much. Now you go to the Hawks. It's 18 million. So I think the deal is still going to have to be around Dorian Finney-Smith. Because unless, Reggie, the first deal you could try is Reggie Bullock and Maxi Kleba for Bogdan Bogdanovic, and maybe you ask for Frank Kaminsky. So Frank Kaminsky and Bogdan Bogdanovic, okay, you move off of Reggie Bullock and Maxi Kleba. Would that deal work? Yes, but the thing is that you can't trade Maxi Kleba until March 7th of 2023 because he signed an extension. So Maxi Kleba couldn't be in the deal. So then it goes back, okay, could you trade Reggie Bullock and Dwight Powell? Now, yes, you could do that deal for Frank Kaminsky and Bogdan Bogdanovic. Now, that deal works out, and it actually benefits the Hawks, allegedly makes the Hawks a better defensive team. But right there is a deal you could do. Reggie Bullock and Dwight Powell for Bogdan Bogdanovic and Frank Kaminsky. Reggie Bullock's got another year on his deal. Bogdan's got another year on his deal. Frank Kaminsky's an expiring, and he's a spacing shooter. That works well for the Hawks. Dwight Powell, not for the Hawks, for the Mavs, and replaces, Powell's minutes. I don't think that's a bad deal right there. I think that's a deal that both sides low-key win. So my thought process here is this a deal that, the Mavs need to make? Is this a deal that puts them over the edge? I mean, I don't think they're losing too much right there. Reggie Bullock and Dwight Powell for Frank Kaminsky and Bogdan Bogdanovic. I think that's because you can run out Dinwiddie, Bogdan, and Luka. You can even run some wild lineups of Tim Hardaway Jr., Bogdan, Christian Wood, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Luka. I mean, the defense would be terrible, but I mean, at that point, you're having fun. So, again, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think of, the possibility of a deal like this happening? And is there anything you guys wanted to hear from me? I think the Hawks deal is more realistic because the Hawks are getting back, Reggie Bullock, who fits perfect into what they want, just three-point shooting. Yeah, I know the shot isn't falling, and he's kind of, slipped from last year, but the hope is, maybe he can recapture that form with a new setting. And again, I mean, there's also other deals where this could turn into a massive three-team deal where you have, again, that's where it does become a little difficult right here to envision how you make this a three-team deal, because I was going to include the Knicks. And how do you get the Knicks involved in this? Okay, the way you get the Knicks involved is you have Cam Reddish sent to the Mavs. Okay, Cam Reddish sent to the Mavs, and that's where it gets hard because I mean, this is all right. What about this? We add a third team. So the deal is now we add the Knicks. The Knicks will send Cam Reddish to the Mavericks. Okay. And so in this deal, this is how it goes down. So Justin Holiday to the Knicks because he's an expiring deal. Cam Reddish to the Mavs, Bogdan to the Mavs, Dwight Powell and Reggie Bullock to the Hawks. And right here, the only other way, I mean, oof. What about if you do something like this? My apology, I sent him to the wrong. Would this deal go through? Oh, that's why it wouldn't work. That's why it would not work. All right. So listen to this. So you send Dwight Powell, and this is a big deal, and I hope I put this in the beginning of the video or I put this at the end. I found the perfect deal. It's a 3-team trade. The Mavericks get Bojan Bogdanovic and Cam Reddish. The Hawks get Derrick Rose and Reggie Bullock. The Knicks get Justin Holiday and Dwight Powell. Honestly, the biggest winners of this deal is allegedly the Knicks, and the biggest loser are the Hawks. But the Hawks get Derrick Rose and Reggie Bullock. Man, they're both got another year in the deal. They get a backup point guard. That's really not that bad of a deal, in my opinion. I think we just found them a good old deal that no one ain't going to talk about. So that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Which one of these deals would you do? You saw them in the beginning of the video.